If you're thinking about buying or upgrading to a new Grand California, don't spend a penny until you've watched this. Volkswagen have released not one but two updated versions in quick succession. Over the next few minutes, we'll show you every difference we found on the 2025 model, so you know exactly what's changed. And right at the end, we'll give you a sneak peek at the extra changes that arrived with the latest 2026 model year.
While the escape pod was in the workshop having its loo flap replaced, Breeze Campers very kindly lent us this brand new Grand California, and rather than just taking it for a drive, we thought we'd have a proper poke around and see if we could find what's changed. There's a slightly tweaked new front bumper design and a new badge. Volkswagen have fitted the new Truma diesel heater, so it now has the smaller outlet for the diesel heating instead of the square one. There's a new external hookup connector on here, which is now held closed with magnets and has a much bigger lever to get the power out. And it's actually a lot easier to open and to plug in. This is what they normally come with, which clips shut, which they can sometimes be a bit stiff to open, and if you forget to clip it shut, you look in your wing mirror and you'll see it flapping around like a spaniel's ear. New badges. The rear door lock is now electronic. So what would be a good idea for someone here would be to add a push button to unlock the back doors from the inside. Volkswagen have redesigned the handle on the fridge, and it makes it a lot easier to open and close. Ours is so clunky. That's a huge improvement. So another thing that we've noticed has changed are the hinges. They're now soft open. But still got the same plastic catches. These are the original hinges. There's a little bit of soft open, but these catches can be a bit fiddly. The outside brew flap is now also soft open. This is the original brew flap. Just comes with these metal pieces, and ours has gone a little bit rusty. It's still USB-A charging in the back here, and there is still not one on the other side. So I have a little USB-C that plugs into the 12 volt socket in the garage. The model that we have is fitted with the Dometic air conditioning, rooftop air conditioning, which is really lovely, but does make the bedroom area a little bit darker. This is what it's like without the rooftop aircon. The hob and sink are now soft close. The original lid for the sink and hob is anything but soft close. Do you like our chopping board, by the way? Custom made for the Grand California. Available from Yes Camper Van. The 680 is now fitted with a holder for the shower. And of course, you got the new control panel. The control panel is really pretty. Gives you good connection to the most used functions. I do find it personally slightly clunkier than the original, but I'm sure with software updates that'll improve over time. You can now control all of the lights from the control panel, including the ambient lights, which are now dimmable. In fact, all of the lights are now dimmable, including the external light. These lights switches have changed function, so the top two now control the ambient lights as well as the main interior lights, and this one controls the outside light. If you want to turn all of the lights off at the same time, just double tap any of the switches. So even, see the lights are on. If you double tap this, it turns all the lights off. And of course you can press and hold to use the dimmers as well. I'd need to compare this against our own van, but that second drain down valve is much easier to get to. I'll have to see what's different in our one. This is the original Truma panel, and as you can see, that drain valve is a little bit harder to get to. So what's new up front? You've got this great big sat-nav screen now, really helpful with Apple CarPlay. The reversing camera is actually improved as well, with a wide angle view. Got a wireless charger for your phone, electronic handbrake, digital instrument cluster that you can customize. So you can change it to be sat-nav screen, which can go full screen as well. The gear lever has gone. That's now up on the steering column, like on the Transporter, but it's one that you twist. It's not up and down, so you're less likely to put the wipers on by accident, or put it into neutral when you want to put the wipers on. The top here has changed as well, with an extra USB-C connection. Just noticed there's a USB-C up there as well, which would be handy for things like dash cams. The original cab is pretty standard VW Crafter stuff, but it did come with a decent steering wheel. And of course, Apple CarPlay.
This new facelift version has a very nice key fob. It's keyless, you don't stick the key in to turn it on, and it's shinier than the last one. Another thing that we noticed is that when you turn the ignition, the habitation heating turns off. So it may be worth a consideration if you're travelling to colder climates or have people sitting in the back that might feel cold. But we didn't note it. This is on the facelift version. On our version, it doesn't do that, which is interesting. So, Chris, does this feel any different to drive?
I'd say it feels exactly the same, except for the improved reversing camera. You got flappy paddles on the steering wheel for the gearbox.
Do you like those?
Well, you know, it's a sports car, right?
Right.
The engine power on this new model is slightly lower than the old model.
Is it?
I wouldn't say it was notably different. It's slightly more sluggish, but not massively. However, I would say it's a little bit more economical. So we got a chance to take a very quick look around the brand new 2026 model at Camper Jam this year. The table, worktop and flooring is now all finished in a bamboo effect, and it comes with a rail attached to the fridge to use the interior table outside. So all of the drawer pulls and light switches are now all finished in black instead of silver. And yay, it's got new door catches on the overhead lockers. These are a proper two-piece door catch with a spring in it, so hopefully they'll be a bit easier and a bit more reliable than the original ones. They've also added nets to the overhead lockers and given them a new set of hinges. It'd be interesting to see if the door catches and the nets are available as spare parts and if they'll fit the original vans as an upgrade. The new Dometic Swan Neck folding tap is a huge improvement over the original. The original tap works just fine, but it is a bit difficult to get anything under it as it doesn't quite go high enough. It's difficult to fill bowls and things. So it'd be interesting to see if the new one would fit as an upgrade. At the time of recording this video, on the UK configurator, there's sadly no option for solar on the facelift Grand Californias. However, over on the German configurator, there is, and not only solar, they've got lithium as well. Yes, I know it's only 240 amp hour lithium, but it's a start. So hopefully, given time, this will find its way to the UK.
Well, those are all the differences that we spotted. But if you spot any more, then please let us know in the comments.
Well, I hope you found that useful. And stay tuned, because we've just finished filming a tour of a very special camper van, very special Grand California. So if you want to see that, don't forget to subscribe.